Hello everyone, so this will be the last video of the chapter excretory product and their elimination. So in this part we will see three things. First of all, we'll see the role of other organs in excretion. Second thing, we will see the regulation of kidney function, and the third one we will see that will be the hemodialysis process. Okay, so first of all, let us see first the different type of organs, how many organs are helping in excretion. The chief organ is the kidneys. Then other than kidneys also, there are three organs that are helping in excretion. So what are they? Lungs, liver and the skin. Okay, so the three organs that are helping in excretion. So first of all, lung, all of us we know it is helping in excretion of carbon dioxide. With the carbon dioxide, some volatile chemicals or some gases, if it is present or it is produced, then our excretory that product, volatile products, that will be also removed with expiration. Second thing, that is liver. We know that liver is a storage organ or organ of number of products. Then the cholesterol, then different type of degraded steroid hormones, then the fats, and some hormones and different varieties of drugs also if it is produced. Then the bile will take all of those products to the intestine, and this intestine now take all those waste to this fecal matter, and with the fecal matter that products unwanted steroids or some drugs or cholesterol or degraded vitamins, all of them will be removed outside. Then the next one is the skin. We know that the skin is going to have two type of glands. One is the sebaceous gland or oil gland, and second one is the sweat gland. So with the sweat, different type of products will be removed. With the sweat, we can excrete out some of the urea, then yes, ammonia, then glucose, excessive glucose, then sodium chloride, those type of things will be also removed outside, right? And sebum, which is going to secrete or excrete out the oil. Okay, so the skin also act as a waste or excretory organ, which is removing the excessive waste we produce or they are produced in our by different metabolic products. Different metabolic waste are produced, so those three organs, lung, liver and the skin, will also help in removal of the waste product from our body. So these are the three different type of organs which is going to help in excretion. So these are the three organs we have discussed. So the next one we will see is the next part we will see here now is the regulation of kidney function. Okay, so in the regulation of kidney function, what we will see that the kidney is going to excrete out the waste product. So along with the waste product, sodium or different type of solutes will be removed out also if it is found in our body excess. So it is helping in osmo regulation also. Actually it helps our body volume to be maintained. Okay, so different body fluid volume will be maintained also by the kidneys. So let's just see what are the different mechanisms we have so that we can able to function now to maintain the solute solvent balance as well as the body fluid volume that can be regulated or controlled by the kidneys. There are three systems we have. What are they? Actually basically we have two categories which is helping in regulation of the kidney function. One is the ADH hormone, second one is RAS, and third one is ANF. Okay, so ADH and RAS will act whenever body fluid level is decreased. Okay, when body fluid is decreased, then we are going to activate ADH and RAS, and whenever body fluid level rises, then ANF works. Okay, so we will see one by one what are they. First of all, The function of ADH already I told you. ADH is what? ADH is anti-diuretic hormone. Now, if this happens that body fluid level decreases. Now, when body fluid level can be decreased? Whenever suppose you are profusely sweating, or suppose you have any accident or severe body fluid or blood loss, or during surgeries or operations also blood volume can be decreased. So in this condition, or suppose you are dehydrated so much, then body fluid level decreases, and if it is decreasing, then ADH and RAS activates. Okay, so first thing is ADH, anti-diuretic hormone. So what happened? We have some osmosensory cells. So those osmosensory cells, they are present on the lining of the nephron. So if they understand the body fluid level is decreased, okay, if the body fluid level are decreased, then what happens? Our osmoregulatory cells get activates, and osmoregulatory cells or the osmosensory cells, if they understand the less body fluid volume, then it gives a signal to the hypothalamus, and in turn the hypothalamus will give the signal to the pars nervosa, and pars nervosa means it's a part of the posterior pituitary gland, posterior pituitary part. So this posterior pituitary is called as the pars nervosa. So this pars nervosa will release the ADH hormone, and whenever ADH hormone is released, it actually acts on the collecting duct and DCT. Okay, and this will help in reabsorb maximum water. Okay, maximum water from our collecting duct and the DCT. So that's how we are not allowing much fluid removed outside from our body as urine. So this is how we are going to absorb or reabsorb maximum water or retain maximum water in our body. So this is the main one very important hormone, that is ADH. Due to the less secretion of ADH, I told there is a disease occurs, that is the diabetes insipidus. Remember what is the function of ADH in diabetes insipidus. Okay, so if ADH level decreases, then we suffer from a condition called diabetes insipidus, where in urine we excrete maximum water. So that's why body fluid level decreases, our body suffers from dehydration. So this is what happens due to the hyposecretion of ADH. This thing I have already mentioned, so that's why I'm not writing here. Next one, see, that is RAS. Okay, so what is the function of RAS? First of all, we need to know what is the main so RAS indicates. Okay, RAS stands for renin, then angiotensin, then aldosterone system. Okay, renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system. So first thing we need to know, suppose our body fluid level decreases, right? So just see, suppose this is our body fluid level, suppose, and our body fluid level is decreasing. Okay, so blood volume, body fluid level decrease. Okay, so if the body fluid level decreases, what happens? See, here we have some cells found in the near the Bowman's capsule. So here in the lining of the afferent and efferent arteriole, in the interstitial space, as well as in that lining of the Bowman's capsule also, what we have, some type of cells, they together called as JG cells. That means juxtaglomerular cells. Here there are different organs helping. One is liver, next one is the lungs, and then the last organ here is a gland. That gland is the adrenal gland. Okay, and just see, irrespective of body fluid level decrease, okay, our liver release one factor, one hormone, actually this is called as angiotensinogen. Okay, angiotensinogen. Now just see what happens whenever JG cells, juxtaglomerular cells, sense body fluid level decrease. Okay, they can understand that the body have less body fluid, or the blood entering inside the efferent arteriole is less. Okay, then GFR is getting less, or body blood volume is also getting less. Then JG cells understand and it release a hormone that is called as renin. Right. So this renin converts angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1. So this angiotensin 1 will be now present in the blood. Actually, all of those hormones are released in the blood itself. Okay. So JG cell release its hormone renin in the blood. Already in the blood, liver releases this hormone, that is angiotensinogen. Now due to the presence of renin, angiotensinogen will be converted into angiotensin 1. Now blood with angiotensin 1, if it enters, it will enter in the lung so that it can get oxygenated, right? So that lung, the alveolar cells understand the presence of angiotensin 1 and it release a factor that is called as ACF, okay, angiotensin converting factor. It's an enzyme actually. So due to this ACF, this angiotensin 1 will be converted into angiotensin 2. So due to this conversion, that means enzyme is angiotensin converting factor, this angiotensin 1 will be converted to angiotensin 2. Now this angiotensin 2 will be present in the oxygenated blood. The blood vessel which is carrying oxygen and the nutrients enter in the adrenal gland so that it can transport oxygen and the nutrients. The adrenal cortex will be activated. So this is the adrenal cortex. It gets activated and it releases a hormone that is called as aldosterone. So it will release aldosterone. It is nothing but another name of the mineralocorticoid. So aldosterone hormone will be released. Now this aldosterone hormone will help in one function, that is, it is going to reabsorb maximum water from the DCT and the collecting duct. That's how we can our body can reabsorb maximum water. Okay, so that is how this RAS works. Okay, so first of all, JG cells, juxtaglomerular cells, sense the less body fluid volume or less GFR or less blood volume in our system. Then it releases renin. The angiotensinogen, which is released by the liver, already present in the blood. Now due to the presence of renin, it will be converted into angiotensin 1. Angiotensin 1, which enters in the lung so that it can get oxygenated, blood can get oxygenated. The lung cells or alveolar cells sense the presence of angiotensin 1. It releases an enzyme called angiotensin converting factor, ACF, or you can write angiotensin converting enzyme, same thing, ACE or ACF. Now due to this angiotensin converting factor or AGF, it converts the angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2. Now angiotensin 2 in the blood, if it enters inside the adrenal gland to carry nutrients and oxygen, then the adrenal cortex will be activated, stimulated to release this hormone, that is aldosterone. Aldosterone now will help in reabsorption of maximum water. So whenever it reabsorbs maximum water, then our body can restore or retain maximum water in our body, and somehow it will compensate less body fluid volume in our body. It gives more time so that our body can retain 1 second of water what our body is deprived of now. Okay, so this is how ADH and RAS will work whenever body fluid level decreases. Okay, so one more thing you need to know, that ADH and RAS, okay, so these are, ADH is a hormone which is working as a very strong or super vasoconstrictor. Okay, so these are the vasoconstrictor, and here the aldosterone also. This aldosterone is also a very good vasoconstrictor. Okay, so these are the two which is working whenever our body fluid volume is less. Okay, second what we will see, this is A and F, okay, which is working opposite to ADH and RAS. So you have understand the function of ADH and RAS when it will work whenever body fluid level is decreased. Okay, so to retain the body fluid level in our body, That's how the RAS as well as ADH work. Now we will see what is it. A and F. A and F is working whenever we have high body fluid level. Okay, so if the body fluid level is working or it's increasing, then what happens? It works, okay, against RAS and ADH. It is a very good vasodilator. Okay, it decreases the blood pressure. Okay, so just see what is actually A and F, where it is present. Whenever our body, suppose our body fluid level increases, obviously our blood pressure is already increased. Okay, so what will happen? Blood pressure is increased or body fluid level is increased. Then what happens? The heart will have some cells, some glandular cells which will release A and F, atrial. Okay, A and F stands for atrial natriuretic factor. Okay, atrial natriuretic factor. So this atrial natriuretic factor will be released from the heart whenever body fluid level increases. Okay, and whenever ANF is released, then it will decrease the absorption of water. Okay, it will decrease the absorption of water from DCT and collecting duct. Okay, and that's how it will once again decrease the blood pressure, as well as it is acting as a vasodilator, so that both this ANF as well as the RAS and the ADH hormone, all of them, they will check whether our body fluid level is maintained normal or not. If body fluid level is decreased, then the ADH and the RAS will work, and if already the body fluid level is more, then ANF will work and decrease little bit less body fluid. Okay, so this is how the kidney function is regulated. It is checked by ANF, then ADH as well as RAS. So these are all about the regulation of kidney function. So we have completed the second part of this video. Then the third part we will see is the last part of this video. This is hemodialysis. Okay, now what is hemodialysis? Hemodialysis is actually a procedure when the kidneys are not working or kidney fail to work. Then the individual will go for the procedure, medical procedure, that is called as hemodialysis. So in hemodialysis, what will happen? From the patient hand, first of all we'll see the blood vessel, that is artery. From a radial artery we will take the blood. Okay, first of all we'll take the blood from the radial artery. Then after that, this blood will be added with anticoagulant, and this anticoagulant will be most probably heparin. Okay, then along with this, the temperature will be also decreased to 0 degrees Celsius, so that the blood will not got clot. Okay, because blood clotting will require some enzyme, and you know that enzymes will work in optimum temperature. So we will decrease the temperature, and in presence of anticoagulant heparin, the blood will not gonna clot even if it is outside, right? Then after that, with this, it will be allowed to enter inside a hemodilator machine. Okay, so this is the machine that is called as a hemodilator machine, and in this machine we will have a artificial plasma. So this will be a plasma which will have all the necessary constituents which should be normally present in a human body. Now here there will be a pipe present, so that will be this is the pipe. Okay, this is a semi-permeable pipe present, and the blood is allowed to enter inside this machine, hemodilator machine. Now this blood, whenever it will be allowed to enter inside, what will happen? Because the kidney is not working, so that kidney will have high level of urea. So the blood with high level of urea and another source will pass through this tube or this pipe, okay, which is semi-permeable in nature. And in this outside, what we have, the normal constituents of the plasma do not contain urea. So the urea or other some harmful waste product which is now high in the patient body, because kidney is not able to filter it out, so it will try to move from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. So the urea and another harmful constituents which is present in the blood will start to move to the interstitial space, that means in the machine, okay, that means to the artificial plasma. Then after that, the blood which is to this end of this semi-permeable tube, what happened, the blood will be with less urea and less harmful drugs or toxins or some ions which should not be present in the blood. Now the filtered blood is allowed to come outside. Once again, what we will add, the anti-heparin, that means once again we'll add anti-heparin here, and along with that we will also increase the temperature to 36.5 or 37 degrees Celsius, and then blood is allowed to enter into the radial vein which will be now inserted once again. Now what will happen, that individual which are the kidneys are not working, that hemodialysis procedure will help out to filter out the excessive excessive urea or other type of solutes or some toxic materials or some drugs. So this is how actually hemodialysis works, okay. And the another thing is artificial kidney. You need not to know more about the artificial kidney, that if the kidneys are not working, then first of all from a donor the kidney will be transplanted. So during the kidney transplantation, we need to know that everything, the blood and protein, everything have to be matched, and once the blood or other constituents from the patient with the donor, if it is matched, then the kidney from a donor can be transplanted into the patient's body. Then the individual which is undergoing hemodialysis for suppose long period of time, after getting a new kidneys, he don't have to go for hemodialysis once again. So that's how the artificial kidney works, by transplantation processes. So this is all about the chapter excretory products and their elimination. Last time in NEET 3 questions came, and we generally think that this chapter carries less mark or weightage is less, but it's not like that. Maybe a number of questions can come in. Yes, if you know more, then it will be easier for you to carry good marks in NEET. So don't leave any chapter. So this is all about the excretory product and their elimination. So I hope you understand. Thank you.